Hello Capricorn, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new, welcome. Thank you for coming. This is a general love reading for you and your person, your significant other, your special someone. So please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe, as that will help to move the videos around YouTube. Let's see what we can get for you here. Okay, so some strong energies coming in. Here's the Pisces card. As I said, Pisces energy is very, very strong. We've got some powerful cards coming in for you. Let's see what else we could get. Just want to keep this aside. Bottom of the deck is Mercury retrograde, and then we've also got 10th house there as a second. Let's get some goddess guidance. Transformation, double transformation coming in there. Your person is starting something new, whether it's with you or within their life, and you're part of that. Mart, some sort of negotiation or something coming in there for you. We've got Erakura and White Tara. Okay. Bottom of the goddess deck is Dana High Priestess. So you're going to be guided within your relationship, and you're going to be receiving a lot of information during this period. As I said, this can be downloads, quite serious downloads. High Priestess is obviously tapping in very much to the intuition, seeing things, understanding deep concepts, and also transmission of spiritual knowledge. And this is within your relationship, but also to others at this time. You may be being like a leader or an example of your particular life and how you're managing things and so on. So all of this comes in, but it's the transmission of divine knowledge. Let's get a destiny card. Commitment, lovely. So now you may have only just started with your person, or only just be starting a relationship, or you may have already been involved for some time. Some of you may already be in a long-term relationship with children and families and so on. So just take it as it resonates for you. A new start is coming. Okay. What is the bottom of the deck? Full moon, surrender to the divine. So surrender is very much a Piscean energy as well. Okay, so here, let's start with you. As I said, you and your person, the qualities may be interchangeable. So we've got double transformation here. So you are obviously going through quite a big change. Now this can be cycles ending and new ones beginning. And what Butterfly Maiden is here is saying is that do not fear any changes that you are going through. So obviously you will be going through changes. Now these could be purely internal, or they may have an external influence as well, or it could be within your relationship. Just take it as it resonates. But she's saying that you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. All right, so don't fear the changes that are unfolding for you at this time. Be open to tackling this, to going through this, because you are literally going from one phase into the other. So you're going from the caterpillar into the butterfly, and this is a very transformative process. It's a very freeing process, and all kinds of things, all kinds of blessings wait for you on the other side of that. Okay, so don't be afraid of it. It's completely inevitable and natural that you be going through this. It's growth, and you've got blessings coming to you. So with the Scorpio, I transform energy. This focuses on all kinds of issues. Normally Scorpio is associated with sex, death and rebirth, and the sex is the rise of sexuality, and this could be the rise of that within you, or it's being renewed in some way or accented in some way, or it could be also from the death aspect. This is normally symbolic, as in the death aspect of something that is leaving your life, or some aspect of you that is no longer required, or you're just it's like a shedding a skin. You don't need it anymore, or you've outgrown it. So it's a symbolic death. It can be an ego death as well, certainly with the Scorpio energy. It could also just be a cycle shift. In other words, old things being released to make way for new things. And this can bring in the birth aspect as well, which can be a physical birth, but it's normally the birthing of either an idea or a concept or a new way of life. Sorry, or a relationship, as it were, or it could be the renewal of a relationship, because this is very much also about regeneration and renewal. So if you are only just starting this relationship, then this is where the this energy comes in, the commitment energy. But it could also be like a recommitment or a energizing of an existing commitment, and this can bring out the sexual side of it, but also re-energizing across the board, so regeneration. All of those concepts are very much under the Scorpio umbrella. And it can bring in financial issues. It can also bring in sort of the nuts and bolts of how a relationship bonds together. So this is the emotional and the material resources. How are you going to put those together? All of that may be coming in. It may be up for discussion, or it may just be that each of you are working through your own things in order to come together, or you are rearranging existing structures in order to fit your lifestyle going forward. So very transformative. There may be some ego issues to deal with. There may be a bit of ego struggles, or just power struggles in general. All of that may be playing out. Also, sometimes things come up from underneath. So things that, could be suppressed emotions, or it could be feelings that you or your person has had, or things that have been suppressed within the relationship are starting to come out. And this is important, because what it does is it gives you an opportunity to look at everything, to rebalance, and then to move forward. But it's a transformative process, and it's very necessary and important for you. And you've got blessings on the other side of this. For your person, as I said, the birthing aspect could very well be for them. Maybe it's applying from them into your relationship, or you could both be going through this, as I said, some sort of rebirth. But this is saying Ostara is fertility. Now, whether this is the feminine aspect and you are the masculine, whichever way round it is, we've got both in us. So both have to be balanced, all right? But this may be fertility as in sort of the female fertility, but it can also be the fertility of ideas, or concepts, or projects, or a new start in life, or a new lifestyle, or just a fresh beginning. And you've got a new start is coming with the new moon. So this is definitely happening. And this is a clean slate, this energy. Clean slate, fresh ground to plant new things. And this requires obviously nurturing and growing and using all your skills from that point of view. But it's about starting new things. And your person could also be going through a new phase in their life, or starting a new phase with you in their life. And it's the beginning of the relationship possibly, or the beginning of you being committed to each other, or in a commitment, but having some sort of regeneration or renewal. All right. So this is, it's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. All right. So for some of you, it may be applicable in the spring months or around Easter, depending on where you are and what is your situation. Your manifestations more than likely will appear, but it's an abundant phase. Okay. There's fertility, and this can be ideas within the body. It can also be just a fresh start across the board, which is echoed by the new moon, as I said. So with the Pisces, I believe this is about having faith. So your person needs to have faith. They need to believe, and their belief systems, or what they are prescribing to from a spirituality perspective, may be also going through a rebirth or some sort of change. So all of that, it's about the belief in the divine, in God. All of those concepts come in, but also healing, deep healing, as I said, comes in with the Piscean energy. And this can also be resolution of things. So the ending of old cycles and the beginning of new ones, and the resolution of things that have been a problem or difficult. And this can be behavior patterns, it can be addictions of all sorts, it can also be self-defeating behavior, and this can be like self-sabotage or just lack of confidence or fearful problems, fears rising up, which then inhibit them from moving forward. And as I said, for you, this may also be reflected for you, because this is about tackling, not letting those fears hold you back so that you can transform. So this is going to be echoed for them. It's also the twin flame or soulmate card, this as well. So that may be coming in for you. Twin flames are very rare, very rare. So it's just a very deep bond, there's this deep connection. They may be waking up to this. They may be realizing that they have this with you, and it's how you're going to use that beautiful energy to move forward. All right, but it's also about they may be in sort of retreat mode at the moment. They may be just in a quiet space because they need to be to plant these this new ground, to actually fertilize this new ground with what they're going to plant. And this, they could be contemplating things with you as well, how you're going to move forward and so on. So they could just be a bit quiet and withdrawn for a while. But it also deals with all things in the unconscious, as I said. So they could be remembering past lives with you. They could be getting spiritual downloads at this time. They could be channeling. They could be getting insights. They could be seeing things very differently than what they have before. They could be resolving issues with past relationships. The pair of you could be working on past life issues. As I said, karmic things like that do come up, karmic issues which you and your person are contracted to deal with in this lifetime. So all of these things can be coming in, but they just may be going through a little bit of a contemplative phase, and there could be the urge to just get away and have some peace and quiet while they do this meditative going through sifting and sorting and understanding things, getting deeper understanding. But there's a new phase of fertility coming in there. Then for the current situation, we've got Uranus Genius, which in this deck can sometimes be the Tower. So, but this indicates, again, is growth. This is change. This is necessary change. It can be very sudden. It can be very quick, very abrupt in some cases. But it's there to propel this relationship forward. So this could be one or either of you or both of you could be liberating yourselves from something or a situation or a lifestyle, whatever it may be, which is past now. In other words, it's no longer suiting you. You've outgrown it. It's become outdated, or you are simply moving into a new phase, shutting down an old cycle and moving into a new one. And Uranus can bring in this liberation from existing structures. It's liberation, freedom. It's the god of change. So change is inevitable with this card. But as I said, with this very strong transformational energy, it's about moving forward into a new sort of space, seeing things differently, looking at things differently. This can be a very strong realization or perception shift. In other words, something really sinks in now. You both of you, or either of you, are seeing something very, very clearly now. Or it could just be a sudden realization about a situation that's unfolding currently. It can also be the rising up of the genius within. So this is a leap in consciousness, new ideas, fresh ideas, and you're planting new things. So this could be ideas for the relationship, or for each of you, it may be profession related, and ultimately that affects the relationship. There could be sudden changes with regards to where you live, the work you do, or just shifts within the relationship and what's going on around the relationship, your family connections. This can all be suddenly changing. Relocation is coming quite strongly with this as well. Just a landscape shift. In other words, you go from where you were to somewhere else, and it just looks really different. With this, the fairness and the mart coming in. So she is involved normally with legal things, but it can also be mediation, negotiation, any kind of decision-making process which is collaborative with others. As I say, legal issues may be coming in. This could be to do with anything, really. It could be to do with home, something to do with a home and legal issues around that, perhaps changing homes or selling and relocating, or it could also be some other kind of situation. But it's saying that this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So it could be a number of ways that this could be coming in. It could just be a mediation or a negotiation in general. It could be to do with family issues, or it could be to do with where your home is located, or it could be to do with your professions or something to do with that, or a business that you're involved in. So take it as it resonates for you, but it will be handled fairly, that's what she does. So what you need to do in this situation is just detach from being very set on a very specific outcome. All right, because everybody's needs and everybody's point of view need to be taken into consideration. And so put your case forward, put everything forward exactly as you have it, whatever you need to put forward, and then let go and let the situation be handled by the universe, so that you get out of your own way and you don't strongly attach to a specific outcome, which may not actually be the best thing for everybody or for you in the long run. The universe can see all outcomes, all possibilities, all probabilities, and you cannot. So detach, release your energy from it once you've put your case forward, and then let things unfold as it were, and have faith and belief that what is the best for all concerned is what will manifest. Okay. Now, in some cases, with this full moon, surrender to the divine. This is very much a Piscean energy, as I said, but full moon is amplified. So this energy is amplified, and this is the results of something. So this is the culmination of something. It could very well be this. Okay, so this is the culmination. It can also involve coming to a realization that forgiveness is required. It can also be coming to a realization that you perhaps getting a wonderful result or a very good result from something, and gratitude is required from you, or you will be feeling hugely emotional and grateful for what has come to you, or just very grateful for this relationship and for having this soulmate or this very deep bond in your life. So it's appreciation of all of that, but it's the result. It's normally the culmination of something. So emotions will be high, and anything that comes into contact with this will be sort of expanded as well. So whatever the situation is, a new start is definitely on its way. And between the full moon and the new moon is the period of preparation and the getting things ready, getting your resources ready, planning, arranging things, and so on. And just surrender to the divine, which is what I said here. With this energy, surrender to the universe to get out of your own way, so that the very best solution can be found. All right. Then here we've got for the this is going to be advice coming now for the current situation. Eracura blossoming, and we've got solar eclipse revolution. So yet another very powerful change card. So change across the board here. This is normally emotionally or relationship based, or it can also be like a relocation or a job change or something like that. Any one of those areas may be affected, or it could be two that come out of that. But this is an opportunity for self-mastery. So this is the opportunity to really come into your power. And it's how you handle the changes that are coming to you. And as I said, they may be very quick and very abrupt and very sudden with the Uranus card. That can really be like a bolt of lightning. Okay, so be open to the changes. With Butterfly Maiden, don't be afraid to make these changes. All right. And you've got Scorpio transform as well. So it's about how your attitude and your approach to these changes. That is going to determine the course of this. Because once the solar eclipse energy has occurred, you can sometimes feel a little bit uncomfortable because things have changed. The landscapes change, and you're not quite sure what needs to be done exactly. But open yourself up to guidance. You've got Dana High Priestess here, so you are going to be guided in your relationship and in whatever is coming for you. You just need to access this deep wisdom and understanding and knowledge, and tap into the into your higher self, and you will be guided. She's got the blue ball of energy here, so this is very much communication based as well. All right, so communicate with your person and talk about things and get things clear, and also communicate with others as it may be. So with the solar eclipse energy, as I said, it's mastery of change, and being able to understand that growth has to happen and that changes are necessary. And it's your approach and your attitude and your wisdom with this and your understanding of what needs to be done that will determine the course of this energy. So very powerful transformative energy again. We've also got Erakura blossoming, and she's saying you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. So whatever is occurring, this new start or this regeneration or this renewal or change of direction or whatever it may be, like all things, requires our energy and our time and our patience and our nurturing. And this is something that you've physically got to nurture. And this is why you have this new start, the new moon energy as well. This is, as I said, a clearing of the decks. It can be even scorched earth policy in some cases, where you're planting a fresh lot of dreams or goals, whatever it may be. You have got 10th house here, which is very much goal oriented. It's also about direction from a career point of view, but it can also be fame, reputation, public status, authority, and coming into authority and to maturity as well. So you're only just beginning this journey, all right? So don't give up. When you see hurdles approaching or when changes come for you, don't give up. Just stay calm, tap into your guidance, which you're going to have in abundance, and pull on that energy and have faith and trust in yourself. Have a positive outcome in mind, have a positive outlook. Be receptive to change, be receptive to doing what you need to do your part, okay? And don't give up, because you're only just beginning. You can use flower essences to help you, Bach flower remedies, or any of the flower remedies. It can even be essential oils to assist you. The flower remedies work on all levels, emotional through to physical. So if you just need a little bit of help to stay balanced, you can do that. But you can also spend time in nature or in your garden or with flowers in the floral kingdom, and that will help to keep you grounded and balanced, which is very good. You're going to need during the Pisces energy. So now for the sort of potential of the situation, this is going to sort of spur on your ascension process for you and your person, or within the relationship. So it's this is about becoming more sensitive, and it says here you are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. So this is about through this process, you're going to become more discerning about where you're going, who you're going with, how you're going, where you're going to be living, and what you're going to be choosing to do with your time. This is the process of ascension. You're going to be much more discerning, and you're going to have obviously a lot of guidance in this regard, and you're going to have an opportunity to do this. So you're going to be able to change a lot of things in your environment for the better. And so this is, this is about having a good, long, hard look at your environment, your home, and what is going on, what you're taking into your body. And this can be in the food in the way of sustenance, food, and so on. But also from a media point of view, what you're watching, what you're supporting with your energy, all of that, the social circles, all of that. And if you are relocating and changing something, then all of that is going to happen automatically. So be discerning, and go through this process and build your world as you want to make it. Stay away from triggering behavior or triggering toxic things. Clean up, your environment. Make it, as environmentally friendly as possible to raise your energy to support this beautiful sensitivity which is coming to you now. Now, also with the 5th house creativity, this can involve children if you've got children, but it can also be accessing your own inner child, which is that lovely, playful, creative, joyful energy. But it can also be about being more creative. So this is possible for you now. You may be tapping into much more, creativity within yourself, but it's also enjoying all kinds of recreational activities which are good for you. All right, you want to be able to do activities which are good for you, and through this process, you're going to learn this. All right, you're going to learn what is going to be triggering for you, what is going to be the best for you. You're going to be much more discerning, and that's going to help you in the long term, because with the 5th house, it's all about recreational activities, fun, happy, joyful, enjoyable activities, things that enrich you, things that raise your consciousness, raise your vibration, make you feel good. In a love affair, this would be all the pleasurable activities as well. So it's really enjoying life and enjoying that connection to an activity or a range of activities which are good for you. Okay, that's what you want to be doing. And this can also involve children. If you have children, getting involved with your children, spending time with them, doing things with them, and just the return of that enjoyment. It can also be, coming back to your original self, your authentic self, your individuality, and so on. And with the 10th house, that can very well be the case as well. This coming into your own authority, And also with the 5th house, there can be some sort of risk involved here, perhaps with you and your person coming together, or to do with this negotiation or mediation. There may be some risk involved. It could be, as I said, starting a new life. You may be relocating somewhere completely different, which is more aligned with you and your family, or what you want to do, or where you want to live. And this risk is involved. But with the butterfly maiden here saying that this transformation is important and it's necessary for you to go through it, because you've got blessings on the other side of that, and you've got Ostara for your person, the fertility, new projects, new starts, whatever. So this is all coming in, and I feel it will be a positive outcome for you. But follow what is good for you, and you won't go wrong. As I said to you here, with the 10th house, that is the maturity and the wisdom and the authority coming in. You could also be visiting authoritative institutions of some kind. So this can be government. It can be, military related. It can be, any kind of institution, really. It can also be the legal side of it. So legal was reflected here as well. And it can also be, like universities and libraries and so on. So any kind of institution, and it's your experiences there and what's happening there. But also this is very much about raising of public status or changing of public status. So if you are going from single to married, then that will be a change of public status, all right? Or whatever it is that you're going through. Or you may be going from, each of you being employed in your own realms, and now you are starting a business and you're becoming self-employed. That would also be a change of status. All right. So this house deals with career, fame, reputation, public status, authority, and authority figures, authoritative institutions, anything to do with that. But it's also about coming into authenticity and sort of wisdom and maturity. So now in here we have Mercury retrograde reinvention. So at some point during this month, this is going to come in. This is normally can indicate a sort of a taking a back step from all forms of communication. And, communication won't be optimal during this period. So you have to make yourself very, very clear. And you also have to focus on going back to the drawing board in some way, because something needs to be reinvented here. So whether this is your relationship, or it could be your, the way the relationship has been structured up till now, if you've already been in it a long time. So it's an opportunity to go back to the drawing board, to look over everything again, to go over your plans, everything that you're planning, some sort of restart or something you're trying to initiate, whether it's purchasing a new home or a relocation. So it's any big actions just need to be gone over again, because some small details may have been missed. All right. So, and it could also be contract and document related. So it's an opportunity to go back over it again with a fine-tooth comb, and to pick up things that can be refined or improved in some way. And on the other side of that, once this energy has passed, then you will be ready to follow up with that big action, whatever it may be. But just hold back while this energy is in play, because this is a review period, anything with a re in front of it, all right? But I do feel it's to do with the relationship or the way things have been operating. There's some kind of reinvention or review that is required to come up with a better plan, or something that is going to suit you better on the other side. So as it looks right now, you think, right, we're good to go, but it's saying, no, go back and have a look at it again. And there's some small things, or maybe some things in there that need to be looked at. With the Mercury retrograde, it can also be obviously communication related. It can be technology or electronic related, where there are a few glitches that occur. But with this, it can also indicate a delay of some sort. But it's purposeful and it's necessary, because it gives you time to go over things again, to make quite sure that the plan or whatever it is that you're initiating or trying to get to has been refined and is actually exactly the way it should be. It can also, in some instances, bring back a person or a situation back into your lives or life. This is necessary because there's some sort of closure required there, or they give you some important information, or the situation delivers some important information, or you realize something. Once you've revisited that situation, you realize something, you get important information or guidance, or they just drop they drop something, a pearl of wisdom, or you just get closure, and then you can finally tie something off and in order to move forward. So that can happen with this card as well. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. Have a wonderful month, and take care, and I will see you next time.